Hi guys! Jake and MJ, back again for more live reactions to Power Rangers Beast Morphers. Throw them away. Hey, we're back! And we forgot to mute the other computer. There we go.
These things will happen.
Yes.
Hey y'all!
Good to see everyone again.
We got Olivia and Rudy, Chris, Joseph, the A-Games, and Rotisserie all here already.
Good. Yeah, I noticed that we had quite a few people waiting for us to get started, I guess.
I always get a laugh out of that name, Rotisserie Soup. Because how you gonna put soup on a rotisserie?
I don't know.
I think that's the joke.
But I'm sure
that
you...
name.
But, yeah, we missed you guys the week we were off.
Jumpman!
We definitely needed a little time off with everything that was going on just to let things sort of settle in.
Devious Rage and Daniel Graham.
Obviously, yeah, this has been our longest gap between videos in a long time.
Yeah, because there was a Power Rangers
Power Rangers had a week off, and
we weren't doing...
And we took our break from the Sentai live reactions.
Yeah.
So having a week off from both hasn't happened in a fair bit.
But, I mean, we really did need it, because... Oh, man.
Everything's just been exhausting.
Reminder, I work at a hospital.
Yeah, it's been a little stressful. So, yes, after, so after the...
And Scott's here now.
Hey, Scott. So, after, last time, the very next day, I found out that, yes, my school was closing down, but going virtual. So, I've been doing, I've been working from home teaching every day, which has been a little crazy.
Mr. Brody, that was very informative, but do you just casually have a green screen in your house?
Yes, I have been making use of my green screen for my teaching. I've been doing little wacky videos. So I haven't done much by way of power reviews, and I haven't been making videos for you guys.
But he's been making plenty of them for his students.
I've made a ton of videos in the last 2 weeks for my students. Oh my! How many videos have I made in the last 2 weeks?
At least 2 a day for every school day.
Pretty close to it, with the exception of the conference days. So...
Because you one for your physics class and one for your math class.
Yeah. So yeah, I've made a total of...
Hey, Rudy.
Plus 3. So yeah, I've made like 16 videos since I've last seen you guys. And
I mean, obviously they're all a lot shorter and with far fewer special effects than,
than power reviews, yeah, by a notable margin. But yeah.
But you were in the, what do you call it? From 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah. I played it up as if I'd accidentally turned on a time machine, and then I got caught in the, like, Stargate sequence from 2001: A Space Odyssey. It was great.
While explaining how the classes were going to be held in a non-time... non-time stationary way because they're online.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
It's
not like
fun.
you go to class at a given time anymore, because...
So I've been doing that. I've been sort of just focusing a lot on, like, sort of a spring cleaning thing to get this into a workspace for teaching. So I've done a little bit of editing for power reviews. Fortunately, right before everything shut down, I did manage to get in the last bit of filming that I needed with my stunt people for 89.
Oh, you did? That's good.
Yes.
I was wondering about that.
Yes.
Oh, poor Rotisserie.
So I do have what I need for 89. So Power Reviews 89 is coming. Obviously everything has been changed up significantly.
The whole world is different now.
I've been trying to focus on just getting my bearings.
Oh!
And,
Scott!
Yes.
Scott says, Pokestops are inaccessible. Check the store. There is 100 Pokeballs for 1 coin. And alternating weeks, next week there'll be 100 incense for, no, not 100, 30 incense for 1 coin. And then it goes back to 100 Pokeballs and 30 incense. This, that, back and forth.
So that you can draw Pokemon to yourself.
So that you can still play at home.
Sudden little Pokemon Go interlude there.
Sorry, because Scott was saying that his life hasn't changed except he can't get to his Pokestops.
But yeah, I've been just trying to get my bearings with the new circumstances of teaching from a distance. I think it's been going fairly well, or about as well as can be expected.
I mean, you've had a lot better attendance than you were expecting.
Yes and no. I tend to keep my expectations pretty high.
Fair enough.
But at the very least, like, we're exceeding my principal's expectations, so that's good. Still dealing with, like, technical issues and things like that, and students who may be struggling with their...
Technical issues. See, I work in IT
internet.
at the hospital, and while the doctors and the nurses are all staying right where they are so they can take care of patients, all of the paper, pencil pusher people, the billing, and the HR, and the, records, and all them people is now trying to work from home.
Yeah.
So the IT department has got our job cut out for us with a whole bunch of people who did not used to telecommute, all suddenly telecommuting.
But now that I'm starting to get a feel for how this is rolling, hopefully I should be able to get power reviews into my schedule in a more meaningful way. I have also been doing other things as well. I've been volunteering with the Bernie Sanders campaign, who's been helping inform people on how they can vote.
Bacon.
Well, it's one of the really nice things is they've been informing people on how they'll be able to vote in the primaries in the light of the coronavirus crisis.
Yeah, because that's something weird.
Which I think is a great thing for the campaign to be doing. So I'm trying to with everything in the world kind of falling apart, I really want to contribute in some way, and that's the way that I'm finding to contribute right now.
You know what? I'm all for it. Oh, sorry, I'm replying to the chat.
Oh, what was that?
Apparently we're getting 9 episodes instead of 8.
Yeah, I've been seeing that. Okay, so the Power Rangers Twitter confirmed that. Okay, I've been seeing that rumor going around because of some leaked schedules, but I hadn't seen it confirmed yet. That's really interesting. I wonder what we're going to be getting there. Maybe they just
pulled one out of, because maybe they had some more, and they just decided to give us a little bit more so that everybody stays home and watches Power Rangers.
Oh.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first. They wouldn't be the first ones to step up and try and do that sort of thing.
Yeah. So, speaking of Power Rangers, we should dive right in. Let's check this out. All right. So we have with us.
Episode 44 is called Boxed In.
That is, I believe, the title of the episode that we're looking at. We don't actually know the details of how that's going to be structured. And that's also really weird because there's already been an episode called Boxed In.
What was that one?
That was from Power Rangers Samurai. That was an episode with the black box.
Oh.
Anyway, enough of that. Let's now that we're kind of caught up, we've had a chance to reconnect. Let's reconnect with our TV here. Hopefully everything's working well. But let's check out episode 27 of Power Rangers Beast Morphers, Cruisin for a Bruisin.
Which is what my grandmother always used to say when we were in trouble. See, you're cruising for a bruisin'.
Here we go. Philo's still a little glitchy, but only a little bit.
This is much better than last time.
Let's get this party started.
Let's get this party started.
All right, we got all the Beast Bots doing
Let's
things.
get started.
Surprise the rest of us smoothies. What do you say?
No, not that one.
I don't have my wallet, but I won't be needing it.
Hey, this is target practice. It's not a competition.
They're trying to make it interesting.
Wait, I can't even drink a smoothie.
Winner gets a smoothie. Nice.
No smoothie so far?
But round 2 is a little harder. Oh,
Great.
By the way, I got some friends joining us today.
The one you're holding? Oh, yeah. There it is.
Oh, Kelson.
So,
Got Nate and Robbie right here.
Oh my God.
Lightning collections. Oh, nice.
target, huh? You want the challenge?
Moving target. Go for it.
Okay, that's actually an actor
On a Segway.
not
Yeah.
a Segway, hoverboard.
Yeah, same difference.
No, Segway's got a stick.
Oh, right.
I'll say.
That's a tough one. Not tough. That shot is impossible. Did you even test this? Of
No, I
course,
wasn't sure if that
Bruce tested
was-
it. Show him. All right then.
Oh, Cruz is gonna show off now. Nice. Good job, Cruz.
What a shot. See? It's not impossible. Way to go, buddy.
Alright, so if Cruz can do that, why can't Steel?
No, it was nothing.
Like, why the humans can't.
Yeah.
We could use that kind of shooting on our
Wait
team.
for it.
More firepower isn't a bad idea.
Tiger King documentary. I have not, but I have seen advertisements for it. It looks kind of like a true crime thing, which is way up my alley.
Wait, what's happening with the broken
I don't know, but the chat says wait for it.
It's the Ben and Betty thing, I imagine.
And the Rangers. I don't know. Come on, you saw how precise he is. Yeah. It's fine.
Try and bring Cruz out into the battle.
But he's got to do combat training if he's going to be in the field. Yes.
Cool.
It's going to be unreal. I can't wait, Devin.
That's interesting. Nate is very,
You're right, it is going to be a Ben and Betty thing, isn't it?
yeah.
A half-rate robot.
It's a tronic. What? It's getting away.
What?
A power cord lasso?
Why? What? No. What?
That is one powerful hoverboard.
That's crazy. What? I guess they really buffed those floors really well.
They must have.
Okay. Okay.
I guess it wasn't a real tronic act.
No, it wasn't a real tronic after all.
I think we found a half-rate.
You mean our mopping machine?
Okay, they're gonna turn the Tronic into a Roomba. Okay.
Roombatronic.
It's a Troomba.
Cruz is like Jake from Dino Charge.
I assume Chase.
Boxes away pretending to be human. I mean, you have me in charge.
You won't shut up about it.
Okay, so
Scrazzle likes
Scrazzle's
being
like the
charged.
older brother who's been left in charge. Mom left me in charge!
Stronger Digitron gets.
Is that a...
Digitron.
What you call it on the shoulders?
Yeah, that's an hourglass.
Hourglass? That is an hourglass, okay.
So,
He referred to it as a Digitron instead of a Robotron.
these wheel blasters are built to interface with your Beastbot technology. Wow, these are the nicest wheels I've ever had. If anyone fires back, you can use them for Oh, nice job.
They work as shields.
Thanks.
Rangers, busy, but there's been a disturbance to town in Sector Delta 7-8. Go check it out.
We're on our way.
Go
Right
for
back
it.
to Bruce.
Shades of Loon Thick
Ready
and
to
right
fight
there.
with the team.
What?
Come on, buddy. Devin.
The commander from Carmen San
Wheel
Diego.
blasters are good.
Oh, yes.
Cruisin needs combat training. Maybe, but he's already a great shot. Agreed. He doesn't have what the Rangers have. Human instincts and intellect. Look, I
Okay.
promise I'll take care of him out there. I believe in Cruz.
Okay, so Digitron is just what the name of that Robotron is. Okay. What if I called the Hourglass Robotron Digitron?
What is your technology?
Because all he wants is your technology.
Why does he want... What does this have to do with an hourglass?
I can feel the power.
Okay.
So is this like the hourglass that goes...
Okay, there's somebody actually on a Segway.
That's a segue.
Why?
Lucky day.
What?
Tasty.
Okay, so apparently he likes to eat technology. Interesting.
You need to get Cruz TF out of here.
A little bit.
Steel too.
Not getting dessert.
Did someone say dessert?
Smurfing time.
Oh, Steel might be protected by being morphed. Which means Cruz is on the menu. Which is the plot of this episode.
Yep. Well, I recognize... Unleash the Beast Bot. Nice.
Tronics!
Now, I remember this, this monster from the source footage. Which makes this out to be what looks to be a very interesting episode, because I know what's going to happen from the Sentai footage.
I don't remember that well.
But I haven't seen anything so far that would lead into what's supposed to happen in this Sentai episode.
Does the Sentai episode explain the wheels?
That's actually just something that he's always had on hand, in the source material. He doesn't use them that often, but that's functionally his rear wheel that just happens to separate into weapons that can occasionally be used. Because, you know, he transforms into a bike.
That is true.
The one wheel shrinks to go on his back, but the other one splits apart.
Ooh,
Nice.
he is doing well with those products.
Good job, Cruz. Oof.
My blasters!
Not so fast.
Ah! Cruz, get out of there.
No tech for you.
No tech for you. You are tech. What are you talking about?
I'm coming, Cruz!
Really?
Buddy, I know use without my blasters!
Oh. No. Cruz. Rangers, bow, wow, go, go, Power Rangers, bow, go, go, it's morphin' time. For justice we fight, with beast morphin' might, together we rise. Bow, wow, 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 wow. Go, go, Power Rangers, go, go, Power Rangers, Power Rangers, beast morphers.
Justice for Beast Bots!
Beast Bots, yeah, this show doesn't go well for the Beast Bots in general.
Danger will live on in Danger Force.
Yeah, I've just been seeing ads for this popping up on Facebook. It looks like they're doing a sequel series to Henry Danger now that Henry Danger's ending. It's
And
Danger Force.
also looks like they're showing some nice behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Dream come true.
So, I guess Henry Danger is getting replaced by a whole team of
Or is he?
teenage heroes.
It almost looks like he might be graduating to lead a team.
No, that's Captain Danger though, as opposed to Kid Danger. Captain Danger is still the one in charge. It looks like, unless Henry's found a way to turn his hair brown. I don't know. I really know almost nothing about this show outside of what I see in commercials. I've never really watched any Henry Danger.
Captain Man.
Captain Man, that's it.
Man.
Captain Man. Sorry. You see, I do not follow Henry Danger.
Well, we've got you. Kristen Bell hosts Kids Together, the Nickelodeon Town Hall. We've got real kids just like you.
Nickelodeon Town
with real
Hall.
questions. Get
Huh.
answers straight
Will there be enough food? When can I have a play date? It's about the...
Charlie DeMille.
Oh.
Sierra and Russell
Trying to explain how everything's working with the whole public health crisis. That's cool.
Monday at 7.
Helping kids understand what's happening. Because it's got to be confusing.
Let's nick together. We're here with your fix.
Understanding why all of a sudden everything is inside. And how to wash your hands. Yeah.
And an activity to do every hour on the hour. So basically they're just like, park your butt and watch Nickelodeon.
Yeah. It's tough for kids adjusting to this new paradigm. Like,
It's tough for
My-
all of us.
well, I know my students just
Your
trying
students
to
are teenagers. They have it even worse than kids.
They
Because
just-
half of them are responsible for their youngest siblings right now.
Yeah, that's the big thing. A number of them are basically acting as childcare at home. And you know, just trying to keep up with their studies when they're not really equipped for that sort of independent learning regimen. Like, a lot of adults who do online classes aren't really prepared for that sort of online learning regimen. I'm often not really prepared for my online classes. It's hard to keep on top of things when you don't have that external structure to keep.
There will be tons of
you
makeup
on
days
task.
for some schools. Some schools, like Jake's, are still teaching.
We have been.
They don't consider these missed days because they're...
We want the students to still be learning. They're in a.
That's why he's been making videos
they're in
every
an
single
advanced
day. You've been
program.
having, what do you call them?
Virtual conferences.
Virtual conferences.
Yep.
What, it was a couple of different times a week for different classes?
Yep.
And they got to show up for one of their...
Alright, Jumpman's wondering what he missed. We're on the first commercial right now. Hello, Sinister. Welcome.
Yeah, the baddie just started trying to eat
Cruise.
Cruise. I almost fell on my face.
At this point, it looks like he's already eaten Cruz.
No, he's
to
eaten
death.
him all the way up to about here, but he's not done yet.
Wow, is this like our third commercial for Danger Force in this same... And we're back!
And we're back.
Cruz is getting all digitized.
This is going to be the worst spring break? I think it already was. Didn't spring break happen?
A little bit.
And then,
Well, it depends on if you're college or high school.
Oh, okay. College spring break happened already.
High school spring break starts up in like 2 weeks for high school.
For your
Or a little over a week.
Apparently
lost
it already
Cruz.
started for some other teachers I know in Canada, and then they found out they're not coming back from it.
Ooh, he's using super speed.
And one of them's a sub, so they are entirely out of work right now.
Yeah.
Because
Oh yeah, substitute teachers, there's nothing for them right now.
Screwed.
Now everybody's trying to get Cruz back. And we have now segued into the Sentai footage.
And they're a 2-teacher household, too.
Where's Cruz?
Cruz got 8.
We gotta catch him.
Yeah.
Cable strike.
Oop, that did not work.
It's not the same without.
Nice beat spots.
It's a shame I really can't get that optimized to happen
was fighting so
automatically.
well.
That was very glitchy over the cast.
Cruz's situation seems more
Moment he was there,
perplexed
he was
than
gone.
Cheetah Nick's. I think you mean precarious,
It was all
perhaps?
my fault.
I don't know.
Tried.
It's really kind of the same sort of situation.
Blame yourself. That was after tech.
It's a very similar situation.
Cruz. It would've been
How do
still-
you get your content reacted to here? Well, we're watching it on our TV, and you can watch it at home also if you have like
How are
Nickelodeon
we gonna do
or
that?
something like that.
Robotrons
But
are stronger now because
we
Cruz's
don't do
technology
the
powered it up.
thing because
You got powered
copyright.
by Cruz.
The answer's right in front of us. It's Jack's the Smash.
Okay.
Whoa, no way Jack's fighting.
Cal Smash out too. No, that's not it. Better idea.
Like
Is there a
what?
pumpkin
So-
on pig?
Digitron became more powerful when he digitized and
Yeah.
absorbed Cruz. Like you said,
Well, not exactly. It was
When did we come back?
Pterotoad,
So we could become
8 Power Rangers.
like Digitron. What do you think, mate? Is it possible? It's a complex
Powered
idea,
custom.
But I think there's a way. And more importantly, if I could
That's why I was like,
spot into data,
I know it's coming,
we could reverse it and turn data back into a B spot.
but there was no foreshadowing on it prior to this. So I was a little surprised that it was kind of jumping in there.
Whatever we can do to help.
Thanks, guys. We're gonna do this.
That's okay. Welcome, Sinister. Sinister must be new. I don't think I've seen that name before.
Yeah.
Unmatched now that he has B-Spot tech.
Yeah, we're watching the
We watched the Power Rangers,
The new Power
and
Rangers episode.
but for copyright reasons, we do not show you. And this is actually occurring live right now.
Yep.
I'm good too, Kalki. The job's not done yet. Party pooper. Find more technology.
Nice.
The max.
Then crush every one of those rangers.
All right.
Are you watching now? We're at about the.
Smash and
We're at about the halfway point.
Yep, we're about halfway
Ready
through.
to give it a go?
We were built ready. It is you got.
I'm surprised that this is a form of technology that they kind of come up with on the spot, rather than something that would
I
have
guess
gotten
the
a little
idea
bit
is
more
that
later.
it's that they're if they become part of the Morphin suit, they're not absorbable.
The digitization worked perfectly.
Okay.
Smash and Jacks are now loaded in keys. You did it.
All right, so they use Morphin keys for their Morph-X keys for the digitization
Affirmative. So
of
with that in mind,
That's
Power
true.
Custom.
Digitron
Although there was not much foreshadowing, it is still better than pulling a Megaforce and just having it hand them out of nowhere.
Oh wait,
deployed into battle.
no, they are going to be using.
This is a Beast X mode visor. It
Okay,
attaches
so they
to
do
your
have the
weapon.
visors.
Then, when you're ready to deploy your new armor,
Wait, it's X-mode keys?
Exactly. And then, thanks to my genius bro, Jax will become your armor and amplify your beast powers in battle.
A new sequel to the live action?
Three could be almost as strong as I am.
just
Oh.
a little bit more programming to upload and these things will be ready to go.
Okay.
What's up, Commander?
Tron is back. Sector Bravo 6.
Alright, let's see what
Let's throw the second
Digitron is up to now.
Oh yeah, Nate has apparently actually hired an assistant.
Hey, she seems like she's nicer than Megan.
Yeah, Megan.
She hasn't tried to backstab anyone yet.
Hi, Nate's new assistant. We like you.
Yeah.
You're polite and you seem pretty confident.
How much longer, Nate? 2 more minutes. We can't just stand here.
That was a little overly dramatic there.
Yeah. I don't know why they made this monster an egg timer.
It made sense in the source material. I do kind of wish they had a rationale for it here.
What was the source material?
He was an hourglass. He who created sinkholes to absorb knowledge and humans. Well, he absorbed knowledge from humans by absorbing the humans.
Let's try this again.
He absorbed humans? Not technology?
No, Nick got caught in one sinkhole.
So Nick counted as a human?
It wasn't so much that Nick counted as a human. He did a sinkhole on an entire school to absorb knowledge about humans.
We need that power up. No, you need to stay down.
Yes, that's true.
So it does
You
look
can tell whether it's Sentai footage because there's Japanese on the pavement.
a little bit.
None of you stand a chance against me.
And we're back to commercial. Actually, I think I may have used a little bit of footage from that episode.
What?
Just a little.
Are we teaching the... Okay, Far Out is on there? Come on, guys. Far Out's been around since before we were kids. I'm pretty sure Far Out's been around since our parents were kids.
Wait, you saw Far Out? Well, I saw a number of phrases on their chart that were crossed out.
Yes, it was crossed out.
Oh, Far Out was crossed out, okay.
Oh, I see.
That's why
They're
Rad
saying
was also crossed
we
out.
don't say Far Out or Rad anymore. Okay.
Apparently not.
We're old. What the?
It's SpongeBob's square muscles? I don't know.
This was just a drill, and it took you an hour and a half.
Don't miss the brand new series Danger.
But yeah, I think I actually may have used a little bit of footage from that episode in Power Rangers Grid Defense. Just because I needed, like...
How do you do
I needed, like, a quick close-up of the Red Ranger talking or something like that. I forget exactly what shot I took from it, but it was like a single shot that I needed. But yeah, it does look like they have that, like they will not be doing the Messiah card arc from Go Busters, because this was one of the Messiah card Metalloids in from Go Busters. This was the first of the Messiah card Metalloids. And we actually have already seen, I believe, a Gigadrone of one of the others as well, which was kind of surprising, but sort of made sense considering that Messiah card kind of inhabited a little boy, so it would have been weird having the ground fight footage of Power Rangers fighting a little boy in a karate outfit. So I understand why they chose not to adopt that.
Smart device not included. Sex sold separately.
The entire Lego commercial had a British accent.
Yeah, a little bit.
SpongeBob.
Alright, so, let's see.
Yeah, it does have some shades of Deep Breath.
Have we seen that one?
Season 10.
Was it? Wait, season 10. Have we? I don't think we've seen season 10. Or you mean 10th Doctor?
Now I don't know anymore.
Now there's even more you can
I'm
collect
thinking of a
with all
different
the
episode,
toys.
probably.
Probably, because I don't think we saw that one.
Chocolate candy
We haven't
Still
seen.
reminds me of Doctor Who, even though I apparently haven't seen the one they're referencing.
Well, yeah.
Keeper's collector's case. You can collect them all. Meet Miles.
Yeah, we haven't watched Doctor Who in a number of years.
Get to know Miles and the rest of Danger Force, the brand new series. Tonight at 8. Keep it
One show that I just finished. Oh, never mind. We're back. Back from commercial. And
They're on Blue Fire.
they are on Blue Fire.
None of you stand a chance against me.
It's the lab. The upload is complete. The visors are ready to go.
Alright, we got our visors ready to go.
I'm not giving up until this.
What you gonna do?
It's time
What
for
you
him
gonna do when they come
to draw out Cruz.
B-Stick's visor, complete. Okay, Cruz. I got you into this mess, and then I'm gonna get you.
And we need that little extra bit of showing off the key.
Why do we need that little extra?
Because the keys are our collectibles for this season.
What we do best. Stopping the bad guys.
This is interesting. But fun thing, there's no key in his hand right now. That Sentai footage, he did not have that key. They just added a little bit of glow.
Nice.
Instead, he just kind of punched and drew him out using just the visor. Oh, nice! New footage for Beast-X mode. There we go.
Glad to have you back, Cruz.
Cool.
I feel weaker.
Yeah, because he sucked the tech
And
out.
now they're bringing in theirs as well. Fun.
Tough, isn't it?
That's true. Blue Fire is a real thing. Whereas Purple Fire, not so much.
Yeah.
Nothing gets between us and our beast box.
Well, actually, you can get pretty much any color fire depending upon what materials you burn.
If you get some rare materials, Blue Fire happens sometimes even without
Right. But if you
Yes,
were to...
if you introduce the right gases to the situation, you can make fire any color you want.
Exactly. Nice.
This we call
I
neon.
do very much like the armor and how it affects their beast powers.
Well, you have to be careful to get rainbow fire because you kind of need to have it in discrete sections.
Yeah.
Is it any color, not any combination of colors?
But yeah, I love how Powered Custom, or Beast-X mode, as it is now called,
Respect
provides
the
all those
Respect the tech.
upgrades to their powers.
Aeons ago, when I used to work at a call center, that's what I used to say to people when I'd have to replace their keyboards or their headsets or their mouses because they got angry at a caller and smashed their keyboard. Respect the tech!
Like now she can double jump. That's a great thing to be able to do.
Just like Mario.
And he just draws stuff out of the ground now to throw, which is crazy.
Blue's armor is weird because of how much his shoulders flap around. They really do.
Just a little bit.
They really do. By the way, nice to see you, Athena.
Hey.
Because beast bots are more than just technology. They're our friends. And we work together. Let's show them, Cruz.
Respect the beast bots.
They're our friends. We work together by converting them into literal shields for ourselves. Not human shields, though. That would imply too much personhood.
Womp womp womp. That's true, Ravi did not overheat.
This is true. Data is invalid. Really. Hey, the beast bots are back to normal.
Beast-X mode is amazing. Thanks to you, buddy.
Yep.
That's teamwork.
How was the food?
They just try to
Scrozzle does
distract
not
him
want-
from the fact that everything went horribly wrong.
Yep. Bad timing.
Students can distract me from your failure. Failure?
Yeah, you're failing.
Yeah, they told him. They're tattletales.
For the next step of my plan, I need you to get me something special. Meet the Gold Ranger.
He was quite commendable.
Thank you for the blasters, Nate.
Wait,
They work great. But I think I've probably done it in Beast X mode.
no
Especially
Gigatron?
with that cheetah move.
It was a real blast. Yeah. Sign us up for
Huh.
more. Hey, you
No
okay, Cruisin?
Gigatron.
Yeah, but I'm sorry I got captured. I really let you down.
Are you kidding? I pushed you into fighting when you didn't have training, and I won't make that mistake again. Because you're so much more than a beast mind. You're one of my best friends.
Aw.
Wow, Devin.
If only that was actually
That means
reflected
so
by
much.
other things. But that's still nice.
Beast X mode's made us closer than ever.
Exactly. I think this calls for celebration.
What?
That's a party pop?
That is a giant party popper. That is insane. Oh,
That's okay,
now
we're gonna bring in our mop
the
drone.
Troomba. The Troomba. The Tronic Roomba.
Presenting the Morph-Master Machine. It'll clean it up in a jiffy. Clean up confetti.
I feel like a mop is not the best thing for that. I feel like a vacuum would work much better.
Looking at me like that.
You've got confetti on you.
Guys,
Yeah.
we all do.
Gotta clean up the confetti.
Just stand still while it mops you.
Cruise. Nice.
Phew, that was close. Lucky this beast bot still got it.
I like that the Rangers actually got in on the antics for once with Ben and Betty.
That was nice.
It makes it feel more cohesive, because it feels a little bit more like there's actual, like, you know, fun bonding happening between the characters, as opposed to just Ben and Betty having crazy things happening to them in sort of this almost parallel world that just is just next to everything, but doesn't actually impact things for the most part.
Kind of reminds me of, oh, what was that like? Was it a TV show or an anime where like
No.
somebody was fighting some people in a world, but it wasn't the real world because it was like one step out of phase with reality. Oh wait, wasn't it a martial arts movie that we didn't actually see, but we saw clips of on one of your Cinefix videos? No, wait. I know what it
That
was!
sounds like Doctor Strange.
It was Doctor Strange!
It is Doctor Strange.
It is Doctor Strange.
I'm like, I know I'd seen Doctor Strange, but you hadn't seen Doctor Strange, so I
have
wasn't
seen
sure.
Doctor
You have
Strange
seen Doctor
now.
Strange. When did you see Doctor
I
Strange?
saw Doctor Strange with Sabriel.
Oh, okay. I know you're not a fan of
No, but they were marathoning
all the Marvel movies.
all the Marvel movies,
That's
and I
fair.
happened to come in at Doctor Strange.
Oh, okay. So yeah, this episode felt a little rushed, just because they got a major power up, sort of just coming up with it on the fly.
That is a Gold Ranger action figure. It's not Beatbuster. In fact, it is actually...
This is Lightning Collection Gold Ranger. This is Lightning Collection Nate.
That's Nate.
I even got the...
Yeah, put his head on.
Well, I can pop his head on. There it goes.
There we go. See? Nate.
There's Nate.
Not Beatbuster. Nate.
Yep. No glasses. Not quite sure why his face doesn't get glasses, but still looks cool.
Does he not have his glasses when he takes his helmet off?
No, I'm pretty sure he had his glasses on when during that one episode he was helmetless. And,
Okay. I wasn't sure.
I remember in the season finale, Evox upgraded. He was helmetless, as were all the Rangers.
I think that would be pretty.
And he still had glasses, I believe.
Intense. What do you think, Jake?
What's up? Power Rangers series villain that's a human that's driven by their hatred for Power Rangers and will do anything to kill them. I mean, we have had Master Org, but that is true. He wasn't human. He stopped being human. And it wasn't specifically his hatred of Power Rangers that drove him.
It's almost jelly-like.
Oh, the effect? The little spark effect thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this...
I'm not sure that this counts as a filler episode. I almost feel like the power-up itself is what makes it not a filler episode.
Yeah, pretty much.
Someone was saying that it seemed weird to introduce a power-up in a filler episode, but I think the power-up was the plot thing for the episode.
I think it felt like a filler episode, I will admit. Because there wasn't really too much of an explicit reason for why this monster was exceptionally powerful and in need of a power-up in order to combat it. But it did have that one ability to absorb technology, and they chose to combat it by transforming their beast bots into armor, which felt like a little bit of a stretch. I'm not exactly sure how Devin came up with that idea.
Say hello.
Because when you look at by comparison, for instance, Fury Mode, that had quite a bit of a lead-in with the Cheetah Claws. And
the chat is over here, by the way. That's why I keep looking.
Yeah, Marissa's got to copy the chat over there. Whereas this one had virtually no real lead-in to something like this. It would have been nice to have some sort of acknowledgement of Fury Mode. I know that we don't have the greatest quality as far as our ability to watch the show, so I may have missed a line, but I don't think they made any mention of Fury Mode, which feels like it would have been relevant to the development of Beast X Mode.
You'd think.
Just some sort of quick acknowledgement for why they were able to work up that technology so quickly.
Dustin followed up his question about the evil villain by making a Kingpin analogy.
Yeah.
Joseph's sister is watching the Henry Danger finale, which has terrible green screen.
But yeah, I feel like the focus was
Rudy.
The focus was
a nice cat.
Was also a little odd on this one because it was a focus on Cruz, but then Cruz was only really in the first act and then got absorbed right around when the credits hit.
I don't know what Evox would want with Nate, but it does seem like a perfect use for the
Red Buster versus Brainwash Bean Buster. That makes sense. Yeah. That'd be cool if we get Brainwash Nate next episode.
This
That'd
is just
fun.
one of the cats.
Yeah.
Rudy says nice cat.
Yep, this is
the
Oliver.
other cat is not playing nice right now.
Frankie doesn't like the camera as much.
Well, Oliver doesn't really like the camera. He just likes to... I don't know what he likes.
He seems to know when we're recording and want to come hang out here.
He does. He likes to hang out with us when we're recording. I don't think he understands camera, but he understands that it's time for us to sit down, all of us on the couch. And so he wants to do it too.
Yep.
Because usually I'll sprawl all over
we didn't get a brainwash
Nate
Nate in episode 12. We got a Nate clone in episode 12.
Where Blaze and Roxy at, yo?
I mean, they were here in this episode. They just didn't really do anything other than play Tattletale.
They need real Blaze and Roxy.
Oh, yeah, real Blaze and Roxy. No, that's true. Yeah, they haven't done anything since episode 2. But, I mean, this is only the 5th episode, so... Yeah, we probably should be seeing them again sometime soon. I don't want them to just be there for, like, the first 2 episodes of the season and then vanish as soon as their evil counterparts arrive. I'd like for them to have a little bit more of an impact as human characters. So hopefully that is something that will emerge as the series goes on. But yeah, Blaze as a character has been pretty underdeveloped, and I would like to see a little bit more about, like, just who he is. Just as a person.
I mean, Roxy got her focus episode, so we got to know a little bit more about her, but we still don't have anything on Blaze, really.
And we're still waiting on Zoe to get some focus this season. So far we've actually had 2 Devon focus episodes now, basically.
Oliver has to go to the dentist on Monday.
Oh, yeah, he does. Gotta make sure to do that.
And it makes me nervous.
It'll be okay.
Because they use anesthesia.
I wish I had more to say on this episode. It was...
Blaze focus, Blaze focus, Blaze focus.
It felt like they really just... It was all really focused around the armor power-up and trying to create the circumstances around that Sentai footage. Yeah, that got a little weird there.
There we go.
But yeah, everything was centered around that whole moment from the Sentai footage of Red Ranger going in, doing the punch, pulling out his Beast Bot and generating Armored Custom. Which is a cool power-up, and it was a cool fight.
The girls always get short shrift on focus episodes.
Yeah, I want to see some more focus on Zoe. She's gotten the least focus out of any of the Rangers really so far. Like I'd say this at this point, I'd say that Steel has gotten more focus than Zoe.
Frankie, did you want to turn? Look who came out to stare at us.
Yeah.
It's the other cat.
Yep.
Cool. Well, I think he's gonna walk across the back.
But yeah, I don't know where the series is going right now story-wise.
Go for it, Franks. Here he goes.
Like, I was curious up until this point if they were going to do the sort of, the Messiah card arc where there's all these collectible cards they need to go through in order to power up the villains. But they're not doing that since they have now used one of those types of characters.
Yep.
One of the Messiah card Metalloids. I was also just really surprised that there was no Gigadrone in this one. This is the first episode
How Ben and Betty started working at Grid Battle Force, I would assume nepotism.
Well, yeah, it's because of General Burke. But, yeah, this is the only episode, basically since episode 1. Like, since Beasts Unleashed, this is the first episode that hasn't had a Zord fight in it.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We always squeeze in a little something, but nothing for this one, which is surprising to me. I was very surprised after they defeated Digitron with the Beast X mode that then we had the little stinger with Evox yelling at Scrozzle and Scrozzle trying to act like nothing's wrong, and then nothing happened. He's like, I'm like, oh, there's Scrozzle. He's gonna send in the Gigadron. No?
No.
Really?
No.
Oh, okay. I guess there was already the whole big sequence with Beast X mode, and I can understand that being more.
Blaze and Roxy facing their own evil robot copy would be real cool.
Yeah, I'd like to see some of that.
It'd be difficult to do though. I mean, I can say that as someone who's played across from themselves a few times.
Yeah.
Doing a fight scene across from yourselves got to be even worse.
Yeah, a little bit. That's what stunt doubles are for.
Yeah.
That is what stunt doubles are for.
Yeah.
Speaking a little from experience there. But yeah, I would like to see them have some sort of interaction between Blaze and Roxy and the Robo
at some point.
They have to be what?
Didn't I have to be Tom's fist at some point?
Possibly. forget exactly what the circumstances were for that, but that sounds about right.
Not enough Morph-X?
But yeah, I'm wondering what it was that Evox was up to this episode, because clearly they're trying to play.
France, looking at the episodes from later in the season.
They're really playing into the French thing, it seems.
At least according to the chat earlier.
Well, I mean, we did see the mayor in France in the season premiere, so he may be continuing to build that up. And I'm curious what his long game
according to the
is on
chat,
that.
he was getting to see the episodes that have not premiered yet here because they premiere in France first.
Oh, okay. That's fair. I'm really curious to see if they'll end up using any of the Go Busters movie footage with all the connections to France if they were to choose to use the Tokyo Tower as the Eiffel Tower. That would be pretty cool.
Joseph Z. Cat wants to know how we'd feel about a Power Rangers episode with no morphing. Not a clip show, just all human. And I would be so here for
I'd be fine for that.
I would be so here for
I mean, outside of the occasional premiere episode.
I understand it would have problems thematically because everybody expects you to morph every time, but I would so be okay with it.
The only...
Like, it would be major character focus at that point.
I'm trying to think of episodes that have had no clips and no morph footage. There have been plenty of clip shows with no morph footage. But, if I were to go back in my head,
Call Ladybug and Cat Noir.
I would say there have been... Alright, I'm going to try and run through real quick. No morph footage.
No morph footage.
Oh! Okay, there was ironically, Zeo got bookended by 2 episodes with no morph footage because Zeo Beginning Part 1 had no morph footage, and A Season to Remember had no morph footage. After that, Quasar Quest Part 1 had no more footage. After that, Day of the Dino Part 1 had no more footage.
What about the first half of Dark Wish?
No, first half, Dark Wish, maybe Dark Wish Part 2, I think had no more footage.
Okay.
And,
So there was a whole point.
and
where
Broken
Dark Wish
Spell, the
didn't
first
have their
episode,
powers.
I think Part 1 of Broken Spell had no more footage. And then after that,
I might have been thinking of Dark.
I don't
Broken
think-
Spell, not Dark Wish.
so that's just 6 episodes that I can think of that have been no more footage. Oh, wait.
Which is the one where they were fighting in the desert.
I'm dreaming of a Red Ranger, or not, I'm dreaming of a White Ranger. Sorry, was another holiday special that had no more footage.
Which
There-
one was the desert fight?
That was Part 2 of Dark Wish.
Okay, yeah, I think that one did.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, Zeo Beginning has a recap scene, but I'm not counting that really as part of the episode. Alpha's Magical Christmas, that doesn't count because that was straight to video.
This Magical Christmas is just so weird.
It's really messed up. So 7 episodes. I can think of 7 episodes
This is kidnapping children.
in the entire history of Power Rangers to have no more footage that were not clip shows. Everything else, I believe, out of the now 902 episodes of Power Rangers, I believe has had Power Rangers appear in them.
MMPR Season 1 ran out of Zoo Ranger footage and tried to reuse some and pass it off as Zoo 2.
Well, yeah, but that's... Ju2 still has more footage. So yeah, those would be, I think, the only 7 episodes in Power Rangers history to not have old clips and also not have any more footage. Those 7 episodes are the ones that come to mind. There may be others that I'm forgetting.
Me of Go Rangers masks, no spoilers in chat.
Like, there are other circumstances where I'd need to think it over a little bit more, but I think possibly some cases where it may have been part 1 of a 2-parter may have been other examples. Like, for instance, maybe Storybook Rangers Part 1? Maybe Wild West Rangers Part 1? But those are both maybes. I would need to think them over a little bit more. because I forget exactly where the separation was off the top of my head. So yeah, so that was an interesting thing to first thought experiment there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where Beast Morphers goes from here. We're coming up on 8 o'clock, so about wrapping up. And as far as just one last thing, because I know I wanted to make mention of it, it's not related to Power Rangers. I just wanted to say, I just saw the end of Steven Universe Future today, and that was an amazing show. So if you haven't checked that out yet,
which I still haven't, don't spoil me in the chat.
Steven Universe is just an incredibly emotionally intelligent show. It just ended yesterday with its final season, Steven Universe Future, and it was incredibly deep and emotional and really well done. I know I've never made mention of that show on this channel before, but if you have not checked it out, you should check it out. It starts off at the whole show it starts off at the beginning very sort of simple and cutesy, and it develops this whole big mythology across the course of it. Really goes in depth on differences in the ways that people handle relationships. Has excellent representation, and fantastic arcs. It really did come together, I think, by the time we got to the end of that series. And I was just saying to Marissa that I found it funny that both Steven Universe and BoJack Horseman were two of the most unexpectedly emotionally deep animated programs that both just ended on their 6th season this year.
Yeah.
Despite coming from very different directions, ended up having a surprising amount of commonality in that regard. So I know that was a complete non sequitur. I just felt like bringing it up in terms of
the chat has
very
informed
good
us
television
in a
series.
Mostly non-spoilerific way that Pineapple Apple Pen Guy is actually behaving seriously.
I could buy that. I mean, I was not expecting...
As a proper mentor.
I wasn't expecting him to be all focused on pineapples and pens.
No, I wasn't expecting him to be focused on
series.
pineapples and pens, but I was expecting him to be sort of a wacky guy. But apparently he's not playing wacky.
All right. So yeah, I think this felt kind of like a mid-tier episode this week, and I would have liked to see something a little bit more impactful for such a major power-up, as opposed to just, oh, this Beast Spot wants to be in the battle, but it didn't go well, so now we're going to make them be armor to take away their agency in battle. Even though it's good because teamwork.
Yeah.
The agency of the Beast Spots has been sort of a sticking point in this show.
It really has.
I would love for them to have more agency as characters. It felt almost like this episode kind of was trying to make that a thing, but didn't really.
No, it didn't really.
So I think that kind of wraps up our thoughts on this episode. And yeah, we're hitting 8 o'clock.
So yeah.
We're wrapping things up. Don't forget, I do always try to make myself available in the Power Ranger Discord after these live reactions, so I'll drop by for a quick hi. That's the Power Ranger with no vowels Discord that PowerRangerWithNoVowels.com runs. So hope to see you guys there, and we'll be back again next week for continuing. We're not going anywhere. We're hunkered down.
You're hunkered down. I gotta go to work every week.
No, fair enough.
Every day. No.
Yeah.
I still go to work normal,
But yes,
hospital.
Next week for the 6th episode of Season 2 of Power Rangers Beast Morphers, we will be back 7 o'clock
on this couch,
Eastern
on
time.
This computer.
There we go. And we
in
look
this
forward to
video
seeing you guys all there next week.
And this chat.
So, until next time, farewell, Ranger fans, and let the power protect you. Don't worry, you're not human shields, you're Beast Pod shields. That's teamwork.